Hello to all my friends out there. I hope everyone is doing okay. So I've been watching food pantry hauls for several days and I'm really learning a lot. So I was thinking, wow, I wonder what I could possibly make if I was given this assortment of food. So tonight I'm making a pizza. So first thing is I need some cheese. So I'm making some mozzarella cheese. So I had 1/2 of this half-gallon milk, and I heated it to about 90 degrees. And this is more cheese. This is more milk. Usually I use about 2 cups and just make a little. But then I heated it so that it was about 90 degrees. I have a thermostat. But you can stick your finger in it, and if it's warm but not too warm to stick your finger in. And then I added a quarter cup of white vinegar. You can use lemon juice if you don't have this. And here is my curds. So after you make this a couple of times, it starts getting very, very easy to make. And I didn't take out my special spoon. Oh, my special spoon. Oh, here it is. You don't have to have one of these. You can use your little, this thing, your little sieve. So what I want to do is I want to capture the whey. So even though this is 2% milk, it's a lot of whey. And it only takes a couple of minutes to generate this. I could save this and redo it. Right at this point, we have some pretty decent looking buttermilk, you know. Okay, so I have, here it is, most of it. So, okay, so now I want to heat this to hot because I discovered after doing this many times that you can just use this, you don't need hot water, just use your, so I have some sea salt, so I want to put about maybe a 1/2 teaspoon in here, and I want to heat the water to hot. This is so much better than the first way I started, when I first started doing it. Okay, so here is the, all right, let me move over here for a minute. Okay, so what I want to do, make sure your hands are clean, is I want to create a little ball of cheese. Boy, these screens are really handy. I use this to make my sauce for my pizza too. We'll get to that in a minute. So basically I want to squeeze. Now when you're heating to only about like 100 degrees or like a very warm bath, you can handle this stuff. See how nice my my whey is? And this is going to be more than enough. I have to watch my liquid over here. I want it about 170. I made this out of evaporated milk. I made this out of whole milk. I want my whey pretty hot over here. I can reheat this after the video is done probably and get some more. Let's see if I generated any more. Maybe I did. Let's see. Oh, I have some more. Right. So this is going to be so much better than like a little, hate to say it, a Little Caesar's pizza. Okay, so now I'm just going to squeeze the excess whey out, all of it that I possibly can. I tried using cheesecloth, but this actually works better. I bought this screen at Dollar Tree. So over in this pan, it's heating to hot. And I'm trying to get it to about 170 degrees. Let's see if we're getting there. I might have to turn the heat up. It's going kind of slow. I bought this at Walmart. This isn't the most expensive one, but it's not the cheapest. Mainly you want this hot but not boiling. It's getting there now. Just making sure I have all the water I possibly can get out of this. And this is more than enough cheese for a pizza. What I want to do is heat this ball all the way through. I want to heat it. Ooh. Right, that's good enough. There's still some more whey in there. I can get that out at a later date. Might as well get this out now. See how it's starting to solidify into a nice little ball of cheese? So you can do this a few times, and after you do it a few times, you'll know when it's ready. Now what I have is some really, really cold water. This is where it's going next. And this is more than enough for a pizza. Oh, after I finish the video, I'll capture the rest of the curds and finish it up. But right now, I just want to see how I've got a nice little, nice ball of cheese there. See how it's like. Let me give you a close-up. And this tastes so good. So if you can get milk, whole milk, even I think whole milk powdered would even work. So I will finish this up after the video. Usually I don't use this much milk, but this will work out good. I will have plenty. Okay, so now back over here. Oh, okay, so all I want to do now is just cool my cheese. And every time you do this, see my cheese? Every time you do this, it gets easier and easier and easier. And then you should refrigerate it, but I'm going to put mine right on my pizza in just 1 minute. I will put it in the refrigerator. You want to get as much of the water out as you can. And already, I can tell you, this tastes really good. You know, I was paying $9 for whole milk cheese. No, it's better to make your own. Okay, so I'll slip it into the freezer while I'm finishing my pizza stuff. All right, now for the sauce. Okay, so now I want a little olive oil in my pan. Just a little bit. And what I want to do, normally you would saute onion and garlic, but I don't like the taste of raw garlic at all, so I didn't put it in mine. All right. So I just happen to have raw red onions. So there's my bell peppers I grew. Those are I want about, not too much, maybe about a tablespoon. Because I'm just making a little batch. And I want to saute my onions. Okay, so now what I did is, here it is. I have like 3 fairly large tomatoes. And those were just canned tomatoes. No juice, just the tomatoes. And then I chopped them and I cooked them until they were soft. And then I forced them through the sieve that I used on my cheese. See that sieve? Let's see. I'll see if I can capture the rest of this. I will make more cheese. See, I will make more cheese out of this. So, but this is good enough for what we're doing here. So all it is tomatoes that I cooked down and forced through my screen, and there's 1 bay leaf in there. Let's see, now would be a good time to take the bay leaf out. So I'm taking the bay leaf out. Hopefully it season my tomatoes. So now I want to put my seasonings in. This is, let's see, what is this? Okay, we have olive oil, onion, but I don't have garlic. Tomatoes, those that I forced through the sieve. Salt, pepper, sugar, garlic, parsley, bay leaf, basil, Italian spice, and parsley. Some of this stuff was out of my garden and some of it was... I want to saute my my spices or my herbs a little bit, not too much. And then I want to add my tomato sauce, and that is going to make a really nice sauce for my spaghetti. Uh-oh, I have a couple. That's a tomato peel. I don't know how that was not. Now, let me taste this. I bought a nice luxury. I bought this tomato paste. And what's good about this is when you just need a tiny bit like here. So you don't want to use a whole, I want about a tablespoon. You don't want to use a whole can. You don't want to open a whole can. That's one nice. Okay, so see now now we're cracking, and this sauce looks good. All right, so we're just gonna let that cook for a minute. Okay, now we're gonna move over here. This is rather difficult to do. I mean, I see people do it, and they're very professional and all that. Okay, so now I want to do I'm going to make a deep dish pizza. So let me show you this. So you can take a screenshot. Okay, for the dough, I made a half a batch, and I'm glad I did because it made a lot. But I'm only going to use a small amount of it. So I had 1/2 cup and maybe a couple teaspoons of water. And then I put maybe about a 1/2 teaspoon of sugar, and I added 1 package of yeast to make sure my yeast was successful. And then I added a tablespoon of olive oil and a little salt, and then I just added flour to make a soft dough. Here's the cheese that you just saw. So you can see all you need is tomatoes. Use what you have, you know. Tomatoes, stuff for bread and stuff for cheese. So, it just disturbs me to think of people sitting in the house when they have food from the food bank where they could make some good stuff if they thought of it. When my little boy was young, we used to go out once a week and get 1 piece of pizza. That was our big treat. But if I had known this, we could have had pizza on, Friday night. So here's my dough. See how much it made? Oh, I guess it's not as much as I thought. Well, it's a lot. So it said a soft dough. So you can see it's a very soft dough, but I think it's too much. So we'll take some out. That looks better to me. This is a lot too. So I'm not going to try to flip my dough or anything like that. I don't have those skills, but I am going to create a nice pizza dough. They say, put a little oil on your pizza dough and let it rise for a while. So that's what I did. You can roll it or you can just flatten it out like I'm doing here. Here's my favorite pan that all my YouTube followers hate. I hate to change certain things, Now, let me... I could probably use the rest of this little bit. I thought it was too much, but I've changed my mind. since I'm making a deep dish, I think I'll try rolling. I have parsley flakes. So I have olive oil in my pan, you know. All right. This dough looks good, you guys. Okay, so now I'm going to put my dough in my pan. I've got a lot of curds left. I'm going to make those into cheese as soon as the video is done. Okay, so this looks pretty good. All right, now let's put my sauce in. Let me get centered here. So this was 3 canned tomatoes. So all you have to know is salt, pepper, sugar, Italian seasoning. Yummy. Looks good. I just don't like the idea of my followers sitting in the house when, okay, look, here's my cheese. All right, so let's have a few of my homegrown peppers. That'll be good. Not too many, just enough. Olives could be good too. But I really kind of want to feature my mozzarella cheese. And I have some red onions. All right, so now let's see if I can grate this stuff. Where's my grater? So I just made this a minute ago. Here it is. You know, if I had more time, that would have been good, but, you know, we're going to go with what I've got here. And this is more than enough for a little pizza like this. Okay. So, you know, if you have your food bank food, you know, you can make yourself. Here it is, you guys. I will be back and I will show you what happened on the thumbnail. I'm going to pop it in the oven at 425 and, you know, get it nice and bubbly, and God bless you all.